Have you ever wanted to wield a god of lightning's hammer? What about 2? What about 4? Have you ever wanted to do this? Or maybe you wanted to hop around the abyss? Or maybe you even wanted to teleport to your thrown hammer like a fucking Thor? Let me rewind that for you. Throw the hammer, lightning warp to its location. Let me introduce you to my hammer throw quadruple Mjolnir ritualist. Wow, what a mouthful. This build is just great. I had a lot of fun tinkering with it. Alright, let's get the obvious out of the way. Why do I have 4 Mjolnirs? Back in the PoE 1 era, Mjolnir was my favorite unique. The idea that you can attack and just keep proccing lightning spells is just awesome. So, one set of Mjolnirs helps me deal with the bosses, like you saw with Zesht. And the second set of Mjolnirs helped me deal with the maps, as you will see in my map showcase. This build has one glaring issue, as all Mjolnir builds do. In order to utilize it effectively, you need to scale both attacks in order to proc the spell and spells in order to deal damage. The whole theme of this build is trying to solve this problem. That is where we get to the Mjolnir sockets. As you can see, this Mjolnir has 3 Sakwals runes socketed, as well as this one, as well as this one, as well as this one. They help to convert a lot of the physical damage into elemental, which is much easier to scale. My main skill for mapping is Forge Hammer, and as you can see, it deals mostly lightning damage, a little bit of elemental and a little bit of physical. I utilize one of my 3 ring slots, which is why I think Ritualist is so great for this grip of Kulamak, a number of interesting mods. The most relevant one is damage as extra lightning damage. This applies to both Forge Hammer and the spells being procced by Thunder God. Which is where we transition to my skill tree, where I try to grab as much of generic damage as possible. What do I mean by generic damage? Let's take a look at this note. Increases and reductions to companion damage also apply to you. What do these notes do? Companions deal increased damage. Great, this now applies to me, which means it will increase the damage of both Forge Hammer and, let's say, for example, this Lightning Warp, which is exactly what we want. There are a lot of these nodes on the tree. I also am grabbing some jewels with companion damage. I think I have just one at this point, but before that, in this build, I have all of my jewels had companion damage, and it was really convenient. I also want to take a note of this beautiful jewel, Heart of the Well, with more damage as extra lightning damage. As we're doing mostly lightning damage with our, Mjolnirs, who would have thought, I'm also taking raw lightning damage scaling, elemental damage scaling, and, really importantly, the blind scaling. Those 2 nodes, those 3 nodes actually, they are incredibly strong. In total, they're giving us 55, is that it? Yeah, 55 increased damage against blind enemies. And from what we inferred before, generic damage is really good. How do we proc the blind? Well, we have this on our boss killing set. We have the blind support for our ball lightning, and on our moblin set, we have blind support for our arc. My defense layers for this build are evasion plus energy shield. They're incredibly strong this patch. I feel borderline immortal, although have quite a bit of depths. This character has come a long way since I first created it. I used to die 5 times a map before I figured stuff out. Our biggest source of evasion is body armor. Why is that? That is because we have those beautiful mods, 100% increased evasion rating from equipped body armor, and I think also Heart of the Well can roll it. Yeah, increased evasion rating from equipped body armor. I think Amulet can roll those as desecrations. Jewels can roll those, although those I'm not sure. We are utilizing the ever OP Ghost Dance. What this does is, as we get hit, we recharge 2000 energy shield. We have 2000 energy shield in total. That's completely crazy. Like, you get hit, your energy shield is full. It's like you're not getting hit at all. What we're also doing is scaling deflection. Deflection is a newly deflection. Deflection is a newly introduced mechanic, the defense mechanic for evasion rating. It works like evasion rating, but instead of completely dodging the hit, you will only take a portion of it, which once again scales incredibly well with the Ghost Dance. Like, if we are getting hit, we are deflecting it. Like, let's say we're getting hit for 5,000. We are reducing it by 49%. Let's say we reduced it to 2.5k. And now, bada bing, bada boom, our Ghost Dance restores our. One of the core reasons to go ritualist is just take a look at these attributes, take them in. It's really hard to stack attributes in Path of Exile too. They don't give much benefit, and Mjolners have a hefty requirement. Not every character can hit those comfortably, and Ritualist really helps with it. We have first of all we have one more ring slot, since our rings are probably gonna be filled with resistances or attributes or whatever, and we have 25% increased effect of those extra slots. That really helps, as well as this cluster right here. It's amazing. It provides a lot of attributes. The main reason we have so much dexterity is, well, first of all, we are scaling evasion rating. We kind of need that for bases. But this node, I want to say, is the most powerful node on the tree. 2% increased damage per 5 of your lowest attributes. All of our attributes are pretty high and equal, and thus this node gives us, how much is it? 40% damage? I think 80% damage. Yeah, it's 80% damage, which are hefty numbers. This character is quite kitted out. Like, look at those 40%, 48% increased attack speed gloves. Look at those 50% movement speed boots. But it wasn't always like that. All it does is provide some extra comfort to your mapping. Like, even without those gloves, our Forge Hammer attack time is 0.45. It's barely noticeable. What I did before I had this crazy gear is I had this node, attack speed per accuracy rating, and I've had these nodes, and they basically provide the same effect as those gloves. Movement speed boots, well, you cannot quite compete with them. It's 50% movement speed. You just have to accept that you don't have them. You move 20% slower. It would have been 60%, but I'm a little bit broke. Let me hover over my gear one final time. Those gloves basically provide DPS to our attack skills, which help trigger Mjolnir. Ingenuity, once again, more bonuses from the rings. Rings are some of the most powerful item slots. We'll cover them a little bit later. Some generic energy shield boots with quite a powerful affix and 3 sockets. You don't need to have 3 sockets on those. You can have 1 socket and no such affix. You will have basically 35% movement speed and a lot of VS. The build is completely fine. We don't rely on it. We have 4 Mjolners. I honestly don't know how I got those 3 socket Mjolners with +4. I guess I just sniped them from some guy who was done with the league and was selling them. Right now you can find those like for 200 div or some such. It's completely crazy. All of my Mjolnirs basically have quite a bit of good attack speed rolls and 3 runes that give damage as extra elements. My helmet is pretty basic, just energy shield resistances attributes. My body armor, evasion rating, crit reduction, deflection, It's quite pricey. If you lower the requirement of evasion rating from 2.5k to 1.5k, you can get this body armor for like 1 div maybe. Now for the rings. This ring, lightning damage to attacks, very good. Rarity, very good because, well, you want to get more loot, right? All elemental resistance basically required because we are very tight on our attributes, and strength also required on at least one of your jewelry sockets in order to hit the tight requirements. This ring helps us cap chaos stress and once again all other res. Jeez, I do have a problem with overcut lightning resistance. This ring, they both have lightning damage, as this is our most potent damage type. Each one of those lightning warps deals, I want to say, around 20k damage, a lot of times a second, and our primary mobbing skill, Forge Hammer, deals a hefty amount of lightning damage. Amulet slot, it's by a lot of energy shield, percent defenses, resistances. This amulet is very pricey, but you can remove +3 to all spell skills. This affix gives like 50% damage. This is something you can strive for. You don't need to have it right away to play the game. And also, quite importantly, we are anointing Illuminated Crown. What this now does is it increases energy shield from an equipped helmet. Like, if I take this out, first of all, I cannot wield my mjolners, but this slot alone gives me 1.5k energy shield. It's quite ridiculous. And for the third ring slot, I'm running a Grip of Kulamak for a lot of spirit and some damage at extra lightning. But if you are about to start this build, I really recommend running the level of all lightning spell skills. I think this is the ring. Let me just say ring. God damn it. There is this one ring that gives +1 level to all lightning spell skills. Give me a sec. This ring right here. If you are starting this build, I can recommend just having 1, 2 of these. They will help a lot with the damage. Let's go over our reservations. Wind Dancer is a no-brainer. If you're running evasion, you should be running Wind Dancer. Same thing with Ghost Shroud. It's free survivability. Now for the rest. I have basically a lot of free spirit, and from what I saw, it's really hard to find something this build benefits from. What I have found is running Elemental Weakness on your Blasphemy really helps with both bossing and clearing. Elemental Weakness is very powerful because we're stacking lightning gem levels, like +4 heal here, +4 here, +3 here, and as a result we have a level 31 Elemental Weakness. Mobs have like -70, basically negative resistances, and bosses have -10. It may not sound like a lot for the bosses, but trust me, it helps. Now for the last reservation is flexible. I like running Time of Need, so I can run maps with temporal chains. An alternative may be what's it called? The 1 aura that reduces elemental threshold, Overwhelming Presence. I've been running that a lot actually. Where the fuck is it? It's probably in my stash. Overwhelming. There it is. Overwhelming Presence. What it does is it lowers enemy element threshold in a radius. And why it is important? Because our Mjolnir procs actually are based on the enemy element threshold. So you can look at the skill as an energy gain multiplier, which are really hard to get to as a ritualist, because if you take a look at all the cool energy stuff, it's right here, it's right here, it's right here. Path in there is a pain in the ass. Now for the bread and butter of this build, I will first go over the single target setup. For single target, I'm using the free abilities basically. It is Frost Bomb, it is Mana Tempest, and it is Auto Attack, Mace Strike. Why is my strike so good? It hits a lot, and for the bosses, energy gain multiplier is crazy. What ends up happening is you strike with a hammer, skill triggers. You strike with second hammer, skill triggers, skill triggers. You're just triggering a shitload of spells. This says attack time 0.35, but actually it's 0.35 to hit with both Mjolners. So you are triggering like what is it? It would be 2 triggers per 2 hits. You basically have 6 triggers per second, which converts to a lot of damage. What are we supporting our mace strike with? As we established before, we are focusing on elemental damage. So this runs elemental armament, elemental focus, and rage for the extra attack speed and later on attack damage. Then martial tempo, attack speed is basically a damage multiplier, and for this skill in particular, close combat works very well because you're gonna be up close and personal with it. Now, what are we triggering? Our first trigger is our left-hand Mjolnir. We have ball lightning, multi-shot, blind, and lightning exposure. You can think about it as a supporting Mjolnir. When we make a hit, 3 ball lightning spawn, they travel, they blind guys, and they inflict exposure. Now, for the interesting part, when the second Mjolnir triggers, as you remember, we have 3 ball lightnings, and in this hand, we have 3 lightning warps. What's ended up happening is because this has 142% energy gain, this has 97 energy gain, but their max energies are a little bit different. They trigger nearly simultaneously, and I spawn 3 lightning bolts, and a second later they are exploded with 3 lightning warps, resulting in a shitload of damage. And that's the thing. The mobbing setup is quite a bit easier to comprehend. Once again, we have a supporting Mjolnir. This time it has Arc, Blind, Control Destruction, just damage, and Boundless Energy. More triggers, more damage. Basically, first Mjolnir triggers, we trigger an Arc that blinds, that just blinds enemies. And the second one, we have Arc that will deal damage, Science Temper. Every 4 arcs, it will fire in a circle, resulting in a really satisfying clear, bundles energy, and more damage. That's as simple as that. It just triggers arcs everywhere. I will show it on map showcase. Our main attack skill is a Forge Hammer. When we are just running around the map, we're doing Forge Hammer shenanigans, we're throwing it, we're triggering lightnings, it's good time. More attack speed, more AoE. Remember, this is our mob clearing skill. We don't need a lot of damage here. We need just enough to proc those arcs. So, more attack damage, rage, because rage provides basically 30% more damage, and elemental armament. We don't need to inflict elements because this is what inflicts our elements. I also have a couple of supporting mobbing skills like Volcanic Fissure. I have found that it works really good with Hammer Throw, because, for example, when you have an Abyss, you can do this shit. You set up your field, and you start throwing hammers, and each hammer procs the Volcanic Fissure. And each proc of the Volcanic Fissure will give you more energy, resulting in more lightning. More lightning is beautiful, that's what we want. And for the last skill, we have Lip Slam. It's just a supporting skill that I use to get out of sticky situations. It has more area, a crater for more fissures for the similar effect. We'll end, we start spamming Hammer Throw, the fissures trigger, lightning trigger is good time, Ancestral boosted because we're not spamming this, we're using this every so often, and Con Ground. And that's it for the... Actually, there is a little bit of nuance. With the latest PoE update, they changed Arc skill a little bit, and now it can consume a Lightning Infusion. Well, can we generate Lightning Infusions? It just turns out that we can. A Lightning Warp, when detonating Bone Lightning, actually generates an infusion. So we have a little bit of a feedback loop. I have my Lip Slam on weapon set 1. This is the weapon set that uses lightning warps and ball lightnings. So what I usually do, if I see a big pack, I lip slam into it. It triggers triple lightning warp. I collect the infusions, and then all my hammer throws, which are actually on weapon set 2, all my arcs that trigger here will be empowered by lightning infusion. That's a really neat interaction that provides a tad bit of nuance into my gameplay. Well, with that, I think, well, there is my map of choice. Absolutely despicable map, if you ask me. We're running boss, bridge, and irradiation. Let's get it going. I think I forgot to turn on my time of need from where I was showcasing it. My PC didn't. Oh, okay, I have overwhelming presence, that's fine. This map doesn't have temp chains. And let's see what we can do. Here are my unloaded mobs. We're arcing to them. We are so arcing. Nice. That feels very satisfying. Let's lip slam. As you can see, we're warping a bunch. And now, here's the empowered arc. It fucks. Absolutely everything gets decimated on the screen. I love it. Even the things that are not loaded. The Abyss, nice. If there would be some big Abyss monsters, I would like to use my melee on them. Like this one. Nice. My computer does not love the recording, but the sacrifice lengths I go to make this happen. Kinda wanna show off the Fisher tech. Let's see. I've created a bunch of fissures. Now, if I just hit here, and you take a closer look at my energy meter, like even though I'm aiming basically at my feet, my energy still goes up, lightning still proc, and that's because of the fissure. Happy bitch. For rares, oftentimes I use my melee attack, the same melee attack that's supposed to handle single target. What is this layout? What actually is this layout? I thought it was gonna be a nice open map. No. You have to be this cornfield labyrinth. That's okay. We can run a little bit of a labyrinth. It's not like those mobs that fire 2 additional projectiles, have elemental resistances, and extra health pose any threat. This is... Wow, this really is a map with 60% monster life and elemental resistance. It's fucked. I'm gonna shut up for the bridge probably, maybe not. For the bridge, this tech of lip slamming into collecting infusions is really nice. We get to empowered arc all over the bridge mobs. Unfortunately, I don't really like this layout. So the bridge is gone up. Nothing like creeping. There are some more bridge mobs. No, it's really not a big bridge. And here's a boss. Is it invisible? I don't give a fuck. There you go. Or the second boss. You are invisible. It doesn't matter. Wow, well, there was that. I guess. I'm not really playing the game anymore, so I don't need that, but that was quite pleasant to see. Thank you for my dopamine. And let's kill this last rare and be done. And this is the build. I think for the final tidbit, I will show my MTX inside in case somebody wants to copy it. It's a cool MTX, I do think so myself. Been such a good PoE league. I never had so much fun playing poe2. Hopefully it gets just better. I have to wonder if I have more things to say during this extremely long loading screen. I ironically had to restart my game. GGG, pick your game. Okay, while I'll hover over my cosmetics, I'll talk a little bit about leveling. You do not level as this build, because Mjolnir as a weapon, first of all, the attribute requirement is completely busted. Second of all, I think the minimum level you can equip it is like 78 or something. So, in order to level, you just... I was leveling as a tornado Amazon. It was pretty comfortable. I can recommend. Then, when you hit about level 80, you respec all your attack damage sheet. You spec all the way here to these nodes. This will probably allow you to build Mjolners. If you are tight on attributes, take these nodes instead of these nodes. Reduced attribute requirement has great effect on Mjolnir. Then, to start using it correctly, you need those companion damage nodes. Like literally take all the companion damage nodes on the tree. You see this node. I think there's these two nodes. Also, make sure you have jewels with attack speed and companion damage, or the build will feel like shit. It will feel like shit for a while, until you have levels to level up your lightning warps to at least levels 17 or something, at which point you start feeling really powerful. I think those are all the tips I can give. I'm not sure, maybe I'll start this build another time.